quick and dirty how to play for loot, shoot, repeat. Yes, I'm aware that it is in the wrong order. That's a problem for another day. Alright, so this game you're going to start with your 3 contestants. These are your character cards. They are called contestants. You'll know them because they have HP and shield points, SP, up in the corner, their name, their type, and some actions and stuff. So you're going to take those, and then you're going to draw 2 cards off the top of your deck. You're going to take any cards that you don't want, put them on the bottom of your deck, and replace them. Then you'll take these 5 cards and place them face down wherever you want in the 5 lanes. This game is played with 5 lanes where your contestants will do their combat. Your opponent will do the same, and then you both reveal your placed cards. At this point, you then determine initiative to see who goes first. You'll be looking at this here, the costs of your cards, and you'll see who has the higher amount. In this case, 1. So I will be first turn player. You then remove all of the non-contestant cards and put them into the discard pile. You do not start with a hand. The game now begins. I am active player. At this point, I can choose to take an action with one of my contestants. Take an action, you turn them sideways to show that they have activated. I'm going to turn him sideways and choose the loot action. This is where you draw 2 cards. Simple as that. Then, after that, your opponent will take an action, and then you will take an action. In this case, I have a card I could play. It has no in the corner, which means it does not require a check to play, and you do not check to play this card. So, I will play that card, it'll have its effects, and that will go on. To do that, I do have to activate one of my characters. Ending my turn, I will activate 2 loot. Draw 2 cards. My opponent has finished their activations, and then we go to begin a new turn. At this point, you ready all of your contestants. You take your discard pile, shuffle it up, and form the magazine. The magazine is what you're going to use to pay the costs on your cards up here in this corner. This is the number that you'll use when you check the magazine to see if you can play that cost. So then, other players' initiative, they'll do their action. Now, I'm going to choose to do one of my actions. This is a basic action on every card, shoot. Well, nearly every card, who knows, maybe. So I'm going to choose to shoot. Shoot has a cost of 2 printed on the card. So what they'll do is they're going to be shooting the contestant in their lane. Opposing contestant, hopefully. And then you will make a check to see if that shot is successful. In this case, we got a 2, so it is indeed successful. 40 damage markers will be put onto that contestant. Now, if you wanted to shoot a contestant in an adjacent lane, you could do so as well, but this increases the difficulty by 1. In this case, you would now need to check a 3. There are cards with 3s and cards with 1s at the bottom. Shields. Activate. Put the shield points. Your shield points cannot go above the listed shield points on the cards. Cards do not start with any shield. When a contestant is reduced to 0 HP, they are defeated. When they are defeated, they are put into the graveyard. Or the discard pile. Shush, you know what I mean. And then, when you're ready, next time, you'll take your discard pile and whatever's left in your magazine, shuffle that together to reload your magazine. Cards in the spent pile will stay in the spent pile. You'll use them to check for attacks When a contestant is checked in the spent pile, they will automatically succeed the check no matter what the difficulty cost. Each deck also contains one reboot card. This is the only way for you to get a contestant back onto the battlefield, and you'll do the effects on your reboot card and they'll come out of the spent pile. If at some point you've gone through all the cards in your deck and you need to reshuffle, you will then reduce the ring, where you take the outside lanes, the left 2 lanes or the right 2 lanes, and then you I'm starting to ramble, so let's just get over it. The actions you can take are do an action on the card, play an ability, item, or whatever kind of card you have in your hand, or you can take an action to move over a lane. That's enough.